So Ledwood, tell us about if you're free to talk.
Yeah.
Um, UP.TURN, it looks beautiful, but you had a dev leave you or kind of run away mid project.
Oh yeah. We got like pretty stitched up when it came to front end devs, but or front end web devs and obviously back end, like tying all the functionality back to the smart contracts. I was blessed enough to have Merck, another Aussie, who bought on Bird. It's the morning. Jumped on board super early to I don't know, he just kind of understood exactly what I wanted to do and ran with the idea straight away. And he has the expertise to be able to turn those ideas into functional smart contracts using all the tools and resources given to us by Luxo and the new LSPs. So yeah, we actually had that down pretty early. I think it was like we signed up for the hackathon like the first day, and within the first week, those smart contracts were finished. So we're like, yeah, like we're gonna smash this out of the park. And then we had one guy come in who, yeah, wanted to, like, it was super hard to find a front end dev to be able to, you know, I'm like pretty picky with design as well. So to be able to like make a design and then add all the functionality, all the buttons and everything on the site. Yeah, we had one guy come in who we had to pay like a little bit of cash to actually just start working because we were like kind of desperate. And yeah, he just like he just bailed out of nowhere. Just literally stopped responding to messages after like 2 weeks. So then we like went into like panic stations, got another dude, and he just couldn't like deliver. I think he was like a super busy guy, which was fair enough, and paid him a fair bit of cash as well. But yeah, he just couldn't. I don't know, we just weren't happy with the product at the end, especially the design side of things. So I kind of just like we said kind of just like fuck it, we'll just we'll just do it ourselves. So like we dove into the design side of things, which I'm kind of like I enjoy doing. I'm like super creative and I know how to use like Adobe Suite and that kind of thing pretty well. So I yeah like learned Adobe XD, which is like a website designing program, back to front and just like ran with it. And the results, like I was super happy with the results in the end. We have a built which is just pure function, so just like the smart contracts, which you can see on the GitHub, connects to the universal profile. And you can like approve a contract and that kind of thing. We're waiting on like a token generator for that, so it's not like 100% functional, but all the smart contracts are written, and as soon as we can get some funding behind us, like that'll really kick the project off. But we're super happy with our submission. Like there was a lot of late nights put in by Merck and obviously me on the design side. Like I did a post the other week about like can you drink coffee for 4 days straight, and I was literally like after that 4 days, I think it was like 3, 4 a.m. every night. So that was pretty heavy, but it was heaps of fun and all the submissions are awesome, and I love the KEEZ DAO generator. It's so useful, simple, clean. It's just yeah, the work on that's been done on that's insane. Like it really blew me away. So yeah, good luck to everyone who posted the project. Super late over here. I'm fucking exhausted, and I'm gonna keep listening. But if you want to ask any questions, go nuts. I'll leave it up for like the next 5 minutes.
Yo,
But
Leadfoot, one question for you, just for anyone that maybe hasn't looked at your whole project. What's the elevator pitch? Like, what's it? The elevator pitch in 2 sentences, if you can do that for your project.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the main utility of it right now would be for an artist to come along. An artist is obviously maybe not now, but like as soon as it goes mainstream, that's blockchain. An artist is going to want to come and create digital assets in our, or let's say NFTs with LSP8. And essentially, we want to be able to offer functionality for those artists to be able to index their entire catalog of digital assets. So rather than an individual person coming and buying one digital asset, they'll be able to buy a token, which represents a share and the rights to a percentage of the transactions from those digital assets. And this will also give a steady income to artists as it's a vested investment, which means so like over a 12 or 24 month period, you'll get paid monthly rather than the lump sum up front. And that's kind of like the caveat for using our system, as I mentioned in our presentation video, which I think you should all watch. It just gives it a little bit more in-depth information. But yeah, so it's essentially like an index. If you know what like an ETF is in the stock market, every artist will have its own ETF essentially, or like artist token. And as we build this out, we want to be able to flip it and give the user the same functionality. So like if a user builds up a really big collection, they're going to be able to index their entire collection of NFTs and digital assets and kind of like tokenize, fractionalize those NFTs in the artist token.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for that summary. I'm sure everyone found that helpful. And it sounds like what you pulled off is quite incredible, especially considering the unfortunate circumstances you encountered along the way. So well done. Everyone should go take a look at the video for sure.
Yeah, thanks. I really would focus on those guys bailing because like we got full responsibility on the project and we submitted what we did in the end. So like I just happy with it. We were able to submit full stop. So yeah, the work that Merck put in, like those smart contracts are super clean. Like he's walked me through them like so many times, so I'm super confident that the judges will be able to see that as well, and we'll be able to build on top of that. Like he's a super smart guy, and like finding him was a blessing, and like the work that he put in, the hard yards was like so like not unexpected, but like I honestly didn't expect that from anyone. He just like grabbed it with both hands and ran with it. It was super impressive. I think like the marketplace function on the site, it's like pretty interesting as well. Like I don't know if everyone's across it, but like Luxo have been like spilling the beans a little bit on the ideas and the concepts of the universal profile, and probably even universal page coming forward, being able to sell directly from your universal profile or mint NFTs directly from your universal profile. So we're kind of like leaving the marketplace open for that functionality, and we sort of just want to be able to collate all the digital assets that are relevant to an artist or merchandise or music tickets, whatever, on that marketplace page. So not necessarily minted through our infrastructure, but yeah, using the functionality of the universal profile to be able to pull those assets together and be able to use kind of like our artist token system to like, I don't know, I mentioned it I think last week, say like either one of you guys, maybe Alts has an awesome collection, he'll essentially be able to mint his own social token, people will be able to buy into it and receive a share from like the transaction value from buying, selling of his assets and his collection, or whatever assets he wants to put up and index. So that's kind of like the idea. That's where we're sort of heading with it. It seems like the most viable pathway at this stage to at least kick the infrastructure off. And as an independent artist myself, like I make techno music. This is something that I've kind of always wanted, direct contact with my fans so I can buy all my assets and being able to draw an income from that. Yeah, a lot of like, I don't know if everyone was around during like the token craze of like the last, not basketball run, but the one before, and the ICO craze. Like I think it's important that we like build off that and not kind of like leave it in the dust. I think tokens still have like a lot of value. What the issue I saw was a lot of these tokens, and as you can see, their price has deflated heavily. A lot of these tokens didn't have really anything backing them. So like if you're say on the stock market, you've got a stock, normally you've got like the company or its infrastructure, like its assets, its capital, like all the people who work there, it's everything, like all the machines, blah blah blah, products. But with like ICOs, you didn't really have that. So our token structure relies heavily on the digital assets underwriting them, and we're sort of like betting in the future that there's going to a lot of intrinsic value behind digital assets and NFTs, which will make our artist token system hyper valuable to a lot of people, a lot of creators who for a while haven't really been like at the forefront of receiving solid income. But yeah, this system will allow them to do so.
What I like about it, Leadfoot, is it's a bold experiment into a new space, and that's not something that like haven't seen anything like what you are proposing currently on Ethereum. It may exist, something similar may exist out there, but I haven't seen it. So what I do see is that these standards, the new standards from Luxo, are definitely geared toward these really beautiful social applications, and I think these hackathon projects are demonstrating that this login with universal profile, where everybody has a universal profile, creates much more like a much more dense social graph. And I think that social tokens can absolutely maybe broaden it or make it a richer experience, even more rich than it is. Like, realize its potential, maybe, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm all for the experiment, dude. And I again, the Leadfoot project started with its Genesis mint, announcing it, I think, in a KEEZ space, and now like look at where it's come, and I'm excited to see where it's going from here. And I see James from Family has popped in, same idea. Like, these are homegrown brands in this community. These are people that we back, we enjoy, we're friends, all of us, and I appreciate this very much. So Leadfoot, dude, I can't wait to see the fully realized vision and play around with it.
Yeah, thanks. The concept is kind of bold, and there's a couple of projects out there that are like sort of scratching at the surface of what we're trying to do, but not in like a decentralized fashion. Like, we're gonna turn this into a DAO. It'll be 100% community owned. No one's capitalizing off this other than the artists and the users and the rights holders. So that's the difference, and I think that's what gives it an edge. So hopefully everyone realizes the same vision and jumps on. It's going to be a long road, obviously. I'm not expecting it to turn around overnight, but it's just good to have something out there, like I found Merck, he jumped on. Obviously you guys have understood for quite a while what we're trying to achieve. It's just continuing, just turning up every day and making sure that we're getting into new ears and we've got onboarding new users and people understanding what we're trying to do. So I think like we have the prototype up now, and the concept is going to be shared around. So once we actually have the working concept and everything's up and running and people can sort of play around with it, I think that's going to be the turning point. And so Family set the vision. Good on your Family. Like, similar situation. It was an absolute pain in the ass trying to like find the right people and that kind of thing. So good luck with everything you guys are doing. And obviously KEEZ, you've been there from the start, so my ideas have sort of like grown over time, but you've really helped me in terms of like promo and getting the right people involved to be able to help me along the way. So couldn't have done it without you guys either. So happy to be a part of this. You guys are my friends as well.
Can't wait to share a margarita at the Luxo beach party, dance party, wherever the hell that is.
That's happening. It's happening.
Yeah. Alt, you came off mute. What's up, dude?
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna say I was just gonna echo what Leadfoot was saying. Like, it's KEEZ DAO is just all about fostering that network effect, through the community, like kind of just all pulling our resources and energies, and it's like through these hackathon projects, like that's what we saw. Like that was our own use case, right, of what the community's capable of, right?
Yeah, totally agree.